Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Everybody,
Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And so a wonderful view of this most hallowed turf. A truly special feeling, no matter who is playing at Wembley. Wembley Stadium, connected by EE. There's the whistle. That's really well manoeuvred. Pavard is there and he can get that clear. And he lines up a cross. Donnarumma is there to take. Dumfries does really well to win the ball there. That's going to go a long way. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Ødegaard. Oh, this looks sharp. It's a lovely, neat pass. Isak showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's a sharp little ball here. Palmer. Oh, well played. And he thumps it clear. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Opts for safety. And he's managed to get rid. And here's the chance to counter. Traumeri.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, shooting chance! And they've got rid. Osimhen. Dumfries tries to clear.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Lewandowski. Has a look and plays it forward. Osimhen chasing after it. That's tidy. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Traumeri did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, a callous act that was used to rescue a desperate moment, Peter. They dug a deep hole for themselves there.
He's gone forward. Cleared away. And it's Alaba. And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely aimed pass. Isak. Ødegaard. Mbappe. Here's McKennie.
Ødegaard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, important interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's in plenty of space here. He's had a hit! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's really well cleared. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And it's corner. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Osimhen. De Ligt getting this one clear. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a nice ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again. So the first half brought no goals. Pavard. And he's there to clear it. Looking for the run. Tries a shot! Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That needed to end with efficiency and incision, and we got neither.
Ødegaard. Nice ball, and he's in here. Caught offside that time. That's a decent clearance. Palmer. That's a good ball out wide. Upamecano gets it away. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's intervened well there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Aim forwards. And the finish! Really well taken goal.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Robert Lewandowski.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
So we have the first goal.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Shifted upfield. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Lovely bit of skill. Can he get it through? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Danger averted for now. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Chouameni.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Has a go! Oh, what has happened here?
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Mbappe. Number 21, Isaac. Number 4,
Isaac.
Delict.
Eze,
Coming on the field.
Milan looking to
Number
pass their way
20,
through.
Rodrigo. Number 11, Son Heung-min. Number 5, Jules Koundé. Substitution.
Cleared without hesitation.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Haaland! He scores! AC Milan are all square. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
In this series, great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Nicely intercepted. Now that's well seen too. Some really good ball movement. Threads one in, well read, and the danger is averted. Koundé is there to clear. And time is up. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is, of course, the Azteca, a stadium that evokes so many memories. And if you wonder to what I am referring, you need only look back at the commemorative bronze plaques of the game of the century, the goal of the century. There's the whistle. Defending of the desperate variety. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Dumfries is there, and he can get that clear. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's let fly. And that is wildly off target.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's going to go a long way. Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. En-Nesyri, Messi is fouled. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Look at the space here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Alaba gets rid without sophistication. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Mbappe. McKennie. And he can clear it away. And they're back on the ball again. He's a sharp little ball here. That's tidy. Crossed into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Little pass back.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. And he's there to get it away. Milan have reclaimed it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Son Heung-min gets flagged offside. That's been cut out, well played. Just the goalkeeper. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi going face to face with his great rival. Ter Stegen deals with it effortlessly. Chance here to counter. And again they run up against stubborn defending. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a decent clearance. And smartly reclaimed. Mbappe! Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's definitely not his best. Nesiri. And Koundé. Now it's Messi. He is through here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Good spot, he's seen the run. And it's Messi. That's cause for mild irritation. Chouameni, Lewandowski. Messi. Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Messi. And Koundé threads one in. That's a lovely, neat pass. And the counter is on. And there's green grass ahead of him. Palmer. Chouameni gets... And there's the end of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Messi. Oh, no joy this time. Now there's the clearance. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Donnarumma is there to clear. That has ended up in no man's land. Ruben Dias. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And he thumps it clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And Nesiri. Looking here to chip it through. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Messi. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. It's run loose here. McKennie. Now it's Nesiri. In it comes.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 80.113.
He can get that clear. Out of play for a throw.
número 15, número 11, número 24. Entran número 21.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Número 8. Se va a realizar un cambio.
Mbappe, Ruben Diaz kept his eye on it, and he's there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Oh, can he get onto this? And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, that's a nice ball. And that was very necessary.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again, and he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. McKennie, he's got a side of goal. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mbappe, and Nesiri fiddles it through. Isak finds himself offside. Milan have it back and can go again. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Musiala. Chance! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
So, what can they make of this? Dumfries gets it clear. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Donnarumma clears. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Tchouaméni gets good distance on it. Matheus Cunha. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Haaland, great defending, strong and determined. Now it's En-Nesyri, and that could set him on his way. That is a brilliant interception. Hernandez gets rid without sophistication. That has not gone well.
Se agregarán 3 minutos
That's
al
a
tiempo
decent ball.
reglamentario.
Tchouaméni. Mbappe turns and goes back. Now, who's going to be first to this? No way through there. Aimed beyond the defence. And there goes the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running, simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And that gets things running. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that's an inviting ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe! He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, what a pass! Real chance! And that has fair fizzed. And we have our very first corner. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here, and it's played in here. And through to the goalkeeper. Looking for the runner. Now it's Messi. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pinches it off him. Oh, there's a probing ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that looks a decent ball. Reclaimed it in a trice. Still goalless. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Messi gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Cross goes in there. And that's been repelled. And the pass is intercepted. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a searching pass. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Haaland. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mohamed Salah. Nicely aimed pass. Odegaard. Here's Tchouaméni. Over to the left. Burn. That's played into space. He's in, surely! He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Great position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Haaland. Now it's Pedri, distributed tidily. And he's made sure that's not getting through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's heaved it away. Mbappe puts his foot on the gas. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Isak. Camavinga gets rid without sophistication. Chooses to go cross-field. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Salah. And here's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Pedri with the cross. There's the whistle for half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal. But it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're off again. So the first half brought no goals. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through. Isak! Burn is there to clear. Mohamed Salah. And now the breakaway. Eder Militao. And here's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
they get it back?
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Wow, look who's involved. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Mbappe, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Well, there's the clearance. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
The most accurate pass. Mbappe!
Oh, great feat, that.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. Messi looking to play it into the box. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Mbappe! De Ligt tries to clear. Ødegaard, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they can counter here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled.
Could be danger here. He's away. Great chance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ødegaard. Mbappe. Valverde. Nice interception, well timed. Looking for the run. Haaland. Oh, that's a key interception. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Mbappe. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. Mbappe. Mohamed Salah. And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 2 then.
Erling Haaland. Number 21, Mbappe. Number 6.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Coming on the field, number 4, Isaac.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Number 10, Modric. Number 14, substitutions taking place.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Upamecano makes the interception. Aims beyond the defence. Tchouameni spots it and intercepts. Eder Militao with the clearance. Now, what about a counter-attack? Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Musiala threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. He's quick to get it clear again. And that's been won straight back. And he's intervened well there. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's had a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
Desperate defending required here.
Coming on the field is number 13, Memphis.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Isak concedes a free kick for that. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, shooting chance! And he's straight offside. And no, that was never going to make it. Rodrigo might just make this. Oh, that's well spotted. It's Son Heung-min. And that is that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
We're about to announce today's lottery numbers.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Pavard calmly anticipates. Nkunku.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. De Ligt promptly onto that, and that is that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I've got my eye on Militao, who's developing his game very well and quite quickly. I think you need someone very strong in the central defensive position, and he is living up to that now, delivering what he was maybe failing to deliver not so long ago. Just a lot more confidence, a lot stronger, and he'll be the one that they'll have to try and get past.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. And they're quick to get it back. Nkunku. That's good running with the ball. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. Pinches it off him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. Nkunku. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Osimhen. And the finish! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Osimhen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. In for a header! Harmlessly behind. Rudiger gathers from the goal kick. Nkunku. And it's Salah. Modric.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Haaland.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nkunku. He's in a great position. Shot a goal! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, they've got it again. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Can he get it through? Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's the shot. Oh, split second reaction.
Osimhen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Great defending, strong and determined. And now they can spring out of defence. And now the breakaway. Pavard. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Salah.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ruben Dias gets it clear. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Ruben Dias gets rid without sophistication. There's a sharp little ball here. Cleared away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pedri.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Has a go! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal.
And now,
that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Nice ball, and he's in here. Oh, great play. Real chance. And again. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Chouameni. Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Nkunku. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off. Eder Militao has a look and plays it forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Messi. Oh, looks a smashing ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's managed to get free, and that is expertly dealt with.
The attendance for this
It'll be a
match
throw-in.
was 29,830.
And Messi! It's in! 2 up now! And they are cruising. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And he's straight offside.
Substitution in progress.
Tigres can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Haaland, he's had a shot! And more, and more, and more!
The goal scorer!
And they are pulling clear here!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Number 15.
And it didn't take him... Mathias Cunha!